Good morning, everybody. Matrix here, and here's my watch list for January 28th. All right, so I know it's a little bit, well, it's not late, it's early actually. We are 4:45 right now. The market's already printed the first print, it's open. Here's a futures market. We are gapping down right here from, we are gapping down from Friday's close, and we're gapping down about 13 points right now. The way I see things is I think this thing will come down even more at the open. I'm looking at this spot right here specifically, so let's take a look at that. So something along the lines of 2645 area. This has pretty good support. And then if that snaps, we'll come down to the 2640s. And then from there, it might or might not bounce. We'll just have to see. So what does that relate to the SPY? Hey, so I've already marked out the SPY here, a few drawings, assuming real quick. Massive gap down. I'm anticipating a quick little dip out of the gates, and then people will start filling the gap back up. We have a pretty solid looking resistance area here, so anywhere around the 264.75 to 265 area, as long as the SPY is under this area, I like it for the short or for the market to come down over here. Or there's a few more plays. I mean, if you're looking at the 264, this is a very prominent support area. So it might just come out of the gates, right? And then a dip right down to the 264. And then from there, it could bounce from there. So let's take a look at that area here real quick. Yeah, 264 area. Okay, so we have a little bit of support coming close. Right now, it's in the middle of everything, so I can't call a play. Really depends on how it wants to open, or in the next few hours, what it does in the pre-market. With that said, let's take a look at a few plays. First up, I want to mention Caterpillar CAT is announcing earnings pre-market, so I'll be watching that as well. As you can see, I have PayPal here up on the board. I was actually expecting the futures to gap up and causing the whole of the markets to run up some more, but as you can see, it's not working out quite the way I planned. Anyways, with PayPal, as you can see, we have had quite a long run. Let me move the clock here. We've had a massive run here from the 77.50s all the way up. And PayPal is coming out with earnings, I believe, on Wednesday. So this is kind of like an anticipation of earnings. What it did on Friday is that it hit 52-week highs, and the stock itself is a little bit overextended. Let me check and see real quick if there's news on it. No, I don't see any news on it right now. So basically, it's just it's a combination of short squeezing from here. Like you see this massive dump from October, and then massive dump December. So it's a big combination of short squeeze from here, and then a breakout. And right now, I like to first off mark off the high of yesterday, which is around the 94.50 to 95 area. The 95 is a key psychological whole number. Okay, it's very overextended. I like to see this thing pull back a little bit. Currently, we're sitting. Well, the first print is 93.88, but with the way it closed, pretty strong. I would like to see a pop back up out of the gates, and whoever starts buying, seeing this gap down in the morning, they might freak out a little bit and they might sell and take profits. Let's take a look at some support areas here real quick. So support area, I'm looking at the 93.50s to the 93.70s area. This looks like a pretty good support area in my opinion. Maybe bring it down a little more here. Excuse me, a little early for me here today. 93.50s. Yeah, I do like this area as a support area. If 93.50 snap, then we might pull back down, and then we should be looking at 93 next, and then 92.5, and then we'll see. We'll have to see how far this thing retrace. I'm really not sure if it can pull all the way back here. I like this first print though. This 93.78 area. This is basically the highs of this candle right there. Zoom back. Yeah, so we are first print holding on the support of a previous high from October. So it really depends on how it opens out of the gates. I personally like to see a pullback come down to hold some sort of support here, maybe even 92. I don't know yet. All I know right now, it's pretty overextended from the 9 EMA, so I want to catch a pop and a drop. I don't think it can run another day, and even if it does, maybe hit 95 from there. I'll catch the pullback from 95. That's what I want to do. Ideally, I want to see it reach 95. So that's PayPal. Next up, we have MU. Same deal with PayPal, right? It's gapping down a little bit. So today we might see a little freak out here. Gonna mark off the highs. 39.25 area is a nice mark. On the daily chart though, I mean, there's a very key resistance right at the whole number, psychological whole number 40. So if it does run and break, I'll be watching the 40 to 40.25 area. Here we have a very prominent resistance zone. Basically this candle right here. Let's move the clock out of the way. Yeah, so this whole area right here is basically our resistance zone. And if that breaks through, the next area of resistance is 41.25, but I don't think it can get back up so high today unless the SPY bounce right off that 264 level and starts ripping like no tomorrow. So right now I'll be watching for a pop out of the gates, see if what it does at the high of days here at 39.25 to 39.30s area. Okay, from there, the stock is overextended. I do think it does need a pullback day. Immediate support 38. Okay, on the daily chart, meh. 38. I think it could come all the way down to 37.75 here. Yeah, I like this area for support. Even 37.50 if it can retrace the whole day, right? We have a slight downtrend coming down from Friday, and it seems like it's continuing that downtrend. So that's my plan on MU. Okay, so two tickers so far. HUYA, massive shot up. The only news I found was basically SEC filing form, Form SG13. It's basically a form that a company has to post when there's a owner that has a high stakes of a little bit less than 20%. And I was looking at the ownership of this SEC. The address suggested the beneficiary ownership. Basically, HUYA issued some shares to somebody, okay, and whoever the somebody is used an address in China that is, I believe the company is called YY. So anyways, HUYA issued some shares to YY. They posted a SEC filing. I don't know why. It's shady in my opinion. There's something going on behind there. Why did HUYA all of a sudden issue so many shares to YY? And why is the address of YY listed in the Cayman Islands? I don't know. I think there could be a little dumping action going on soon. I'll be watching 2250. Okay, 2250. There's no other news, and I don't understand how this thing shot up from 1030 on. It's basically a cover pop. So I'll be watching 2250. If it breaks through, then I'll be watching 23 as well. I mean, looking at the daily chart here, we have massive resistance, 23 as well as 24. So gonna look for that and dump. That's basically it. We have support at 2180s and 22. So got to be very careful about this area here. So I'm going to mark off 22 and 2180s here. Yeah. Got to be pretty careful about this area. As you can see on the 15-minute chart on Friday, basically it just held on to 22, right? And we do have a little print up. The SPY is rounding off and coming back up a little bit pre-market. So we'll have to see. Next thing that's interesting to me, OSTK. Another massive shot up. As you can see, there's a theme to what I'm looking at today. There's a overextendedness. OSTK, I'm looking at 1780 to $18 mark to hold support. If not, if this support snapped, then this thing will dump. In my mind, basically OSTK is a piece of shit. So there is no reason for the stock to be up so much. I was looking at the news. It's pretty pumpy. So I do expect the stock to sell back off today. Maybe a pop and drop is what I'm looking at. Once the support snaps, this whole thing is done, in my opinion. Currently sitting at 1830s. I want to see a pop back up to 19 would be fantastic. Like the whole number of 19. And even if it can get to 20, even better. But here's that 19 area, right? So 19 to 1920, key resistance area, right? A pop back up into this area, and I want to short it, bring it right back down. Target, bring it all the way down to 1750, maybe even lower. And yeah, that's the 4 tickers I'll be watching today. Obviously, there are other tickers that could be in play. It is earning season. There's so many plays going on, but these are my 4 watches for now. Actually, you know what? I do like Facebook for more downside here and a pullback to the 9 EMA. I want to see a pop up into the 149.50s area, test this close here, and then basically open to fill the gap, and then redump and bring it right back down to the 9 EMA. That's my thing on Facebook here. You enjoy the watch list, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. I'll see you guys all in a few hours and make a recap. Thanks for watching. Ciao.